gonna have to excuse me for a second. I'm gonna drop my knife a little bit.
That's okay. I'm still trying to get picked up back up on the string. Everybody hear us everywhere? Everybody got us still yet? Sorry about that. We lost our internet connection. It went to 0. But on the good news side, I did figure out what place I was talking about. Which is a good thing that I was using Google, that we were trying to find barbecue places to eat at. Otherwise, I wouldn't have realized that our internet failed. So it turns out, Denny, that screwing off is good.
I could have told you that a long time ago.
That's what I've always said.
Screwing off is the best way to success. The place I was thinking of was called the Salt Lick. Well, maybe still be called the Salt Lick. It's in Driftwood.
Driftwood, Texas.
Yep. Well, outside of Driftwood. It's not north of, it's between Austin and San Antonio, not Houston. So, that's my fault. I led people astray. Sorry, Dean. Jesse Bear, I left Jesse Bear astray. Sorry, Dean, I can't win for losing sometimes. I hope you can forgive me. I hope anybody could forgive me. That's all I can ask for.
Okay. I've got the lining in the bottom.
How do you feel about it?
I feel pretty good.
We lost internet, Dean. We dropped from 5,000 kbps to 0. But my quick IT skills prevailed, and I beat the internet robots.
Which IT skills, huh?
Yeah.
I have 0 of those.
I don't know that you have to point out your glue spot to me, Denny.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think you have to.
Okay.
It's pretty apparent.
All right. Okay, next. I'm gonna put in the front of the gig box, which I already have built. Right here, it's actually the neck yoke. This guitar case. And I'm gonna put it right about here.
Coach Scott, so is there going to be a pattern for this?
Sorta.
Kind of. If you go back to the very first video that we did of it, we traced out the whole pattern based off the guitar. Talked about that, and then we've kind of just done it step by step. You wouldn't need a pattern, Cody. You got a whole instructional series.
Okay. That, I'm gonna eyeball that and make sure it's straight up and down. Which it is.
But yes, there'll be some form of pattern or a better guide to get to this. Oh, why not use shearling for the liner?
You could, because I didn't.
Because Denny chose differently.
You guys, you can use anything you want to when you do stuff like this.
Yeah, Cody. We started from 2 pieces of Bontex, which is like just hard, like thicker cardboard type of stuff that's non-corrugated, and we've ended up here. So this is all custom built, the whole guitar case. So we got Bontex, Kydex, leather, and wood. Foam rubber, velvet, hinges.
Got that little hole drilled.
I'm gonna hold this lid for you so it don't fall down on you again.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can be useful.
You could be, yes.
I just choose not to be. I'm too busy being awesome to be helpful.
You could be awesomely helpful.
Oh.
Bell department to retail, bell department to retail.
There's no way I could be so humble if I was both those things, though.
Yeah.
I gotta watch my humility.
You and what's his name that wrote that song? Hard to be humble.
Mm-hmm.
Your cousin or uncle or
I'm
something.
a backup singer on that song. He wouldn't let anybody be up there on stage with him, so I gotta be in the background. He's more humble than I am, though.
Well, it was hard.
It was. He did let me in on that. You just use. Oh, you pick these. These are 1.5-inch screws with the washer on
These
it.
are about 1-inch screws with they're oval-headed screws.
With a washer on it.
Yeah, with a finish washer on them.
Let's see, just tuned in. You're selling these guitar cases as kits? Not exactly.
Not at all, exactly. Now let's turn it around.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little. No. Not selling it. This is more of just. Denny wanted another shot at the guitar case.
Actually, the story is,
He's sticking to it.
I built 2 guitar cases. One of them we didn't get a pattern off of, but we did have some video on it, I do believe. And the second one, we didn't get any video on it, and I started a pattern, but for some reason it got put by the wayside. So this one we were trying to do where everybody could see it, pattern or no pattern.
You'll have a whole video of how Denny did this. We'll probably end up making, like, at the very minimum for this, we'll make a blog post that has the compilation of this video series along with what we used and links to buy what we used in the video. Not provided is ingenuity and stick-to-itiveness.
Spell that.
S-T-I-C-K, stick, T-O-I-T. That's a long word. It's almost as long as supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. T-I-V-E-N-E-S-S, stick-to-itiveness. I'm sure I missed a word in there somewhere.
That was a word that was compromised of several words.
Or
Right.
composed.
Composed of
Yeah.
several words.
It wasn't compromised.
It was compromised.
The word was never in a compromising position. you been to Driftwood, Texas?
Have I?
Yeah.
I have not.
No, me either. But if you do go, look for the Salt Lick.
Okay.
And
I'm
you-
going back to Texas in November.
There's a song about that too. Going back to Texas.
Going back to what? Take me back to Texas. I'm too young to marry.
Yeah, you're right. That song's probably older than I am.
Yeah, probably. All right.
Winslow, Indiana, is where Kevin White is from. I've been all the way through Indiana.
I've been to Winslow, Arizona,
Yeah.
but not Winslow,
Did you stand on
Indiana.
the corner?
For a little while.
Yeah, just for a minute.
Yeah.
Did you
they
sing a
got
song
me-
while you were
They
down
got
there?
me for vagrancy and loitering. So I had to leave.
Were you playing Eagles when you did that?
Yeah.
You were?
I remember that song. I remember I had that album when it first came out, and I played it until the tape just.
You don't have it no.
Wore
You want me
out.
to sing it to you since your tape wore out?
Yeah, go
You
for
want
it.
me to- It'll be too close to the original, and then we'll get a copyright infringement. I better not do that.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, you're pirating music over here, streaming it."
Okay. Now what I'm doing now, folks, if you're interested, is I'm going to leave a little gap. I'm going to use foam rubber to pad this part from this yoke back to here, but I'm going to leave a gap in the middle here for the strap pin to go down in.
Mm.
So this is just not going to have any padding on it. It's just a piece of Bontex that's covered with this green velvet.
How would you like your last name to be Hennessy?
How would I like to what?
Michael's last name is Hennessy.
Hennessy.
Yeah.
Is that any close to Tennessee?
Well, funny you should ask.
It's very funny, huh?
He
It's
said
a-
all of his exes live in Texas. That's why he hangs his hat in Tennessee. That's what he commented.
Okay. Funny I should ask.
Yeah. You can't even see the chat. Even if you could see the chat, you wouldn't read it.
I don't have time to do stuff like that.
I know, you're working on a guitar case.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think Liz got this velvet at either Hobby Lobby or the FM store. Set that in front of the fan.
Well, just down here out of my way more than anything.
You want me to hold that lid again for you?
Well,
We'll find out.
I think it'll be okay. Ah. Okay. Let me put the hairdryer on that for a second. Or two. Tell you what, I'm gonna let that dry for a second because I have to pay some coffee rent.
Pay some rent to the coffee. we'll just sit on this front picture right now of the case top. The bottom matches the case top. They're identical. We're just looking at the case. Well, all of us are speechless right now. Paid the rent, now you're...
I'm free and clear, so I'm back in debt again.
What edges, can I see the edges? I'm not sure what edges you mean.
I'm not either.
Yeah. See the edges.
Which edges are we speaking of?
Yeah, I can show you. I need more information. Here's an edge. Sorry, words are hard. How's that edge? Denny's just working on this bottom piece right here. That's not going to be the padded area.
Yeah, this is oversized. Actually, the gap in here is just going to be about 1.5 inches wide, which is what I'm getting ready to figure right now.
I just made a guess, Michael, and I guessed right what edge you wanted to see.
Which edge was it?
Just the gusset edge on the top.
Oh,
Your overhanging.
let's see here.
Oops.
Okay, this piece here is just a piece of Bontex, and I didn't have any thicker foam, so I had 2 pieces of 1/8 inch foams that I cemented together and stuck to this. Now I'm just going to square this one edge off.
Are the wrinkles in the lining going to be left there? There's not any wrinkles in the liner, I don't think.
A little bit.
Oh, maybe like right there.
They will dissipate in time.
Once the guitar starts laying down on it.
Yeah.
Oop.
Right there's center, so I'm going to cut this off about right here. And I'll square this off. Then see what it's going to look like on the other side. If it's pretty close, I'll cut 2 of them exactly the same.
The velvet that we have didn't like to accept glue very much at all and be stuck down. So that's a situation we've had to deal with.
Okay.
Did you need this cut off? If so, it'll be in there.
I want to make sure I've got this about right. I want to measure 2 or 3 times and cut it once. Cut just a little more off of it.
There's most people we've been having on Facebook in a long time. There's as many people on Facebook right now as there is on Twitch.
Really?
That's crazy. 30 people watching on YouTube. And 5 of them commenting. Who's watched a video and never commented before that's hanging out in the comments? Just say me. Denny would like to know who you are, so he can specifically tell you hi.
Yes, I need to be specific. When I say hi to someone, I want it to be very personal.
And memorable.
Yes.
Twitch is an involuntary movement, Dean.
Yeah.
Just like that, love. Bradley Bailey, Denny.
Bradley. Hello, Bradley. Glad to have you with us.
He has commented before because he's the Australian. But he's down under, so we can say good day to him.
Good day. Okay. Now let's measure this one. For real.
John Carpants says hello.
Hello, John.
We lost our internet. Bradley,
Again?
that's what happened. Nothing you did.
Again?
All on my end.
Okay. Let's set this back out of our way for a minute. Okay.
Get you some paper down.
Near and off.
That's saddle words.
That's a word. Can you spell that?
Saddle words.
Near and off.
Near and off. Near space N space OFF.
Very good.
Well, we're short-lived on Facebook. We've lost half of our viewers there.
Again?
Yeah.
Gone again.
Well, they went from 8 viewers down to 4. People on Facebook don't have time to watch long videos.
They probably work for a living. All you other slackers.
Blake asked if there's going to be a spelling bee.
I doubt it. We can't spell, so we couldn't check you.
Yeah. We're just here for entertainment purposes.
Now, I do need to put some paper down.
We're like the doggy in the window.
How much is that dog?
We have had that question too. How much would you charge for a guitar case like that? Probably about an arm and a leg.
Yeah. Okay, and there again.
Michael said he's not a slacker, he's a hippie.
He what?
He's not a slacker, he's a hippie.
Oh, all right.
That's why he's watching and not at work. Maybe he's at work. and watching.
Thanks for helping me there.
Yeah. Had to name our video. We had to remake our stream because the other one ended. It's called Guitar Case Take 2 today. What'd you do this weekend, Denny?
What did I do?
That was the question.
Well, I'm trying to remember what
Oh,
I
okay.
did. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I slept all night. I didn't do anything very special,
No?
if I remember correctly.
You want some help?
Yeah,
Okay, you got it.
spread that back out for me
Okay.
if you would.
Gotcha.
Okay. Clean my fingers off a little bit. I got cement on them.
You didn't go fishing or nothing?
No, I didn't do anything like that.
Mary June didn't let you?
She would have let me.
You just
She
didn't
would have
want.
probably gone and hunted rocks or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what I did do this weekend. I was pretty much a homebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see you out and about.
I
didn't
went to
know
Costco. I saw old Fred Burschauer there,
Yeah.
and he has agreed to be on a podcast with Liz if she so desires, because she was asking me about it. And he's also going to take my saddle class again.
I was gonna
He-
say, didn't he take your
He
your
took the
first
very
one?
first one.
Yeah, that's
He-
what I thought.
and he wants to do it again. He's been very busy. Fred is a world-class reining horse trainer, and he keeps on the road a lot. In fact, he had just gotten back from somewhere, and he was buying supplies to go again. So he's on the road again today, somewhere, showing the horse, or multiple horses.
I wonder if Isabella wants to go and learn from him.
Well, she would probably want to. Like I said, he's world class. He's won several world championships. And I'm not talking about small potatoes. This big time stuff.
Oh, reining horses is a big dollar bill outfit. That's some of your most expensive horses.
Yeah, you watch Yellowstone and those guys bringing all those horses to the slide and stop and doing all that fancy stuff. That's the kind of stuff Fred
That's reining.
does.
Run their figure eight.
And working cow horse, that's the most exciting, I think, working cow horse. Because they actually chase cows down the fence. Try to get them where they want them to go. That's the whole point.
Well, and then you got your sorting cows or your sorting horses. I didn't know Fred did reining.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I would have done talked to him once already about that.
You need to talk to him and his girlfriend Darcy. Both. I mean, they have a big deal. They're out in Rogersville.
Saw him at Costco, did you?
Yeah, I saw him at Costco. I was getting coffee. I love Costco coffee.
Yeah.
Kirkland brand.
Kirkland brand.
Yeah.
That's their brand. I reckon.
It is. I reckon you're right.
You were over there by my house then.
You live over there off of Cherry somewhere, right? Over there by the golf course?
No, I'm not that. The other side of 65. I'm on this side of 65.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Wished I lived on that other side.
I knew a fella very well that used to live
About
over
5
there.
miles out that way. About 60 acres. I just go disappear on the weekends. See you, Michael. He's gonna go to work now. You made him feel bad.
See you, Michael. Sorry. I didn't mean to call you a slacker. Actually, I meant to, but I didn't mean to hurt your feelings by it.
He didn't say it hurt his feelings. He just said he feels like he should go to work now. Maybe he just said he gotta go. He didn't say he gotta go to work. He said good work on the case.
Okay. There's one. Now I'm gonna turn this paper around because I got him in on this side of
You'd never guess it, Will, but I'm hungry.
it. I wouldn't have guessed it. I mean, that's the last thing I would have thought about you.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever talked about being hungry on this.
No? Well, you very seldom are. Hunger is not in your repertoire.
You're quite a wingman there, Lo.
Broken wing man.
And I think Dean was saying bye to Michael. I don't think he was actually saying bye. Maybe he was saying bye. Who knows? All right, everybody, let us know. What do you think, Denny? After we get done with this, everybody should let us know what they want us to do after this video.
Yes, I think.
Our next series, our next video after the guitar case is done.
I think everybody should let us know what they want,
And then-
then we're going to do what we want.
Yeah, then I'll put it up in a poll and we'll let them vote on it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, I already know what we're doing after this, but shoot us your ideas.
I've got to put these up before I lose them, because I'll need them for that other little part.
I'd go resubscribe
All right.
as a subscriber to our channel. That's mighty nice of him.
Mm-hmm. bit off of this before I try and stick it.
Means that he wants a shearling line vest, hand sewn. That's what he wants in the video.
Saturday when I was getting ready to leave, there was a guy that had just been in the store and he stopped down here to talk to me, and he raises bison
Okay.
and he tans his own bison hides,
Out north
hair
of-
on.
Out north of town,
I'm not sure where he lives, but
there's a guy that has a bison farm right across the street from Truman School.
it could be him. I'm not sure where he lives, but he looked like he raised bison.
Was he furry?
He was quite furry. Really a nice fella. But he tans these hides with the hair on. You got to be burly to do something like that with a buffalo hide.
Yeah. That's slinging some skin around.
Yeah.
I think we do have a new pattern coming in with a vest. I need to talk to Lindsay whenever she gets back.
I'm gonna get this paper off the table. Out of the way.
And part lock, right style. Would you be mad if I said work down this way a little bit?
No. Okay, here we go.
You ever watch My Side of the Mountain? You ever see that movie?
I believe I have, yes.
I think he made leather. And his little tree that he hollowed out.
Uh-huh. You know, on my farm, and I remember growing up, there were two big old cottonwood trees out in the barn lot.
Yeah,
I mean, these were big trees.
right.
Like,
You couldn't hug them.
you could put 3 of these tables together would be about what the base was, and they were hollow.
Holy moly.
They were hollow. They were huge. They were probably over 100 years old. They finally died, but I remember when I was a kid, they were hollow, and I remember reading that book,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because
That
it
guy
was
made
based on a
himself-
book. I don't remember what the
made
book.
himself-
I don't remember what the name of the book because I don't think the book was My Side of the Mountain.
Yeah.
Maybe it was.
But he made himself a little hideout in that tree with a bed and everything, and I thought, man, I'd like to do that. But there's all sorts of wasps and critters and stuff in there, and so I never did. But
Yeah, well, he scraped the whole inside and then he smoked it out. So
yeah,
he killed all them bugs in there. I remember he was hacking and coughing because he. That stuff likes to be painted one way.
yeah, it's got a grain to it.
Oh, Dean said, I think it was My Side of the Mountain. He was saying Ben Cartwright, and I was trying to remember why that name sounded familiar.
Well, Ben Cartwright, that was the old man on the Cartwrights.
But I think that was the same style of jacket. One of those guys that came down to see him. He was like a hunter or a trapper that
Oh,
would come
yeah.
down to see him. He was wearing that same kind of Ben Cartwright jacket. My mind thinks in parables. I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh, I can't see nothing there.
Stuff off this end of the table before I knock it off.
I know, I'm trying to move it around. Bonanza.
But I
That was
am-
where Ben Cartwright was at.
Yeah. That old, what was that cartoon comic that so big? Had the guy with the big smile and freckles on his face and a tow head.
Archie?
No, it was kind of a off-color comic.
No.
I forget. I forgot what I was even thinking about when I started that.
Oh, I don't know how to hear that.
Oh, yeah, the Cartwrights.
Ooh, dude, high end.
Coffee cup all over it. That's good though. Is that yours?
Yeah, it's like 18 years old.
Nice. Doing good? I'm alive.
Alive.
Still kicking.
All right, homie. Well, we'll see you next time.
All right. There were 3 books. That's right, because in that movie he went to that library in that little town that was close by, and then he was raising that peregrine falcon. Hoss, Little Joe, Adam. Ha.
Anyway, that cartoon, they were doing spoofs on the Cartwrights. They called him Bent Cartwheel
Yeah.
and Ox Cartwheel, Little Spoke.
Okay. Let's see. I can Google those names. What's the good name?
Bent Cartwheel,
Bit.
Bent,
Oh, Bent Cartwheel.
Bent Cartwheel,
Bent Cartwheel.
Ox Cartwheel.
Hold on, I'm comic. Cartwheel cartoons.
No. Gosh, what was the name of that? You'd know what it was if I could ever think of it.
It wasn't these.
No.
Can't really Google ox cart because then you just get a cart that an ox is pulling. That's not helpful.
Better lift this tack up a little more.
So, the name that My Side of the Mountain was a trilogy book by Gene George.
My wife's maiden name, George.
The first book was My Side of the Mountain. The second book was called On the Far Side of the Mountain. And the other book was called Frightful's Mountain, which was his falcon. Frightful was his falcon's name.
The only one I remember is the one where he had his little bedroom in the tree.
That's My Side of the Mountain. Yeah. I wonder though if the movie was just one movie. So I wonder if I haven't read the books, so I wonder if they were all the movie was all the books together.
Could be in.
I'll have to read all the books and then watch the movie again. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend. Shoot, I don't know the last time I read a book all the way through.
Okay, I gotta clean my fingers off a little again.
Dean says the books are better. That's what they all say. And they're usually right. Oh, what's happening on Facebook? I haven't checked that in a while. Not a thing. No comments since 56 minutes ago when Kevin White told us the name of his town. That looks bloody awesome. Dean is usually right. Let's not get crazy. What did I bring for lunch today? Oh, I brought pork chop.
Oh boy,
Yep. Gonna be a
just
good lunch.
one? Just one is all you brought?
Well, yeah. We get the big pork loins, and then we cut our own pork chops out of it. So the pork loins only like $8 or whatever. And I think the last time we got it, we got maybe 9 pork chops out of that pork loin.
Wow.
Hello, Rick. We're in the middle of a video, so we'll have to call you back at a different time.
Is he thrilled about that?
He said, "All righty, sounds good."
All right. Rick's pretty easy to get along with.
He is. I'm going to see him this weekend in a play.
Me too. Me too.
Where are you going?
Sunday night?
I'm going Saturday.
Really?
Yep.
You aren't going with the group?
I did not know that we were getting group tickets, so I got my own. I'm sitting on the first row
I don't know where I'm sitting.
in the balcony.
Okay, here we go.
Loving Master KC said, heard the SLC phone ring and had a mini flashback. At least it wasn't a nightmare, or at least presented as a nightmare. SLC people are going on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
You don't know where your seat is?
No.
How you gonna know?
They said they'd tell us when we get there.
You're on a need to know basis, and right now you don't need to
I
know.
don't need to know.
I'm just holding this other end that just keeps on popping out.
Does it?
Yeah.
I might need to, if I can find where
Oh, you know what you should have done?
a lot of things.
Yeah, if we would have left this block out, and you'd left a little strip of your
Yeah.
board run behind that and screw that baby together.
This'll work.
I don't. Yep.
Those are mine. All right.
Yeah, you finally showed up to order some, so I got you them.
They finally gave me T-shirts for working here.
We're getting there, Rusty.
No, it's looking good. It's looking real good. I like that green.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Very nice, Denny. Very nice.
I like
Oh,
the
your
green.
hardware looks good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all came out pretty
That's
good
slick.
this time.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to shim it
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Very nice.
You ever seen the movie My Side of the Mountain, Rusty?
My side of the mountain. No.
Okay. Well, you can't join our conversation.
Okay. All right.
Did you ever build a little house inside of a hollow tree?
No.
Okay. You're out.
Have you ever been to Winslow, Indiana, or Arizona?
Winslow, Arizona.
What's the place in Texas? Barbecue joint.
Oh, do you know we were talking about a place? Have you been to the Salt Lick in Texas, south of Austin, on your way to San
No.
Antonio?
No.
Haven't been there.
Haven't been
How
there.
about Terry Black's barbecue in Austin?
No. I've never been to Austin.
Okay, well, quit naming places in Austin.
Okay. Yeah. I've never been to Austin. I've been to a lot of places in Texas, but never Austin.
Have you been to City Butcher in Springfield?
I
Missouri?
have, as a matter of fact. I
Oh, we
have.
have talked about that place and found out that Ryan's wife used to work there.
Very good. Kind of overpriced. Expensive. Not overpriced. Expensive.
Yeah. I mean, when they first started up, it was the best barbecue joint.
Oh
in
no,
town.
no doubt, no doubt.
I haven't been in a few years, so I cannot make any comments to how it is now.
Apparently it's good because it's still around.
Still busy?
It's above average.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. I
Um,
wouldn't say it's incredible. It's above average.
It's yeah.
I'd hit Crosstown or the good Buckingham's.
Buckingham's is always pretty solid.
As long as you go to the good one.
Yes, yeah. That's why none of the rest of them made it.
The Bass Pro one is the only one you get.
Right. The one that's they've had on their
The
sign
original one?
for the last 40 years, as seen on the Travel Channel. I'm like, is the Travel Channel still on?
It's still a thing. It may be a free channel now, but it's still around.
I like that handle too. That feels. It's just got a good feel to it.
Good.
Well, you know, I mean, they're selling leather. It's about putting it in your people's hands. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so when you pick up a piece of hardware, you want it to feel like something. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
instead of a piece of
Right? You're like, whoa.
piece of beer can.
Yeah.
And everybody knows what that feels like.
Right.
You know?
Especially those empty ones.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, hey, I just wanted to see if this is my shirt too.
You should have two.
Yeah, I got them both.
Okay.
Yeah, I walked in there and I said, hey, these are my size.
You know, the first time that we ordered shirts and your wife's name was on the list and your name didn't make it, I'm just throwing it out there. Not throwing Lindsay under the bus, but I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Well,
for her sake, I won't mention any names.
Yeah, for her sake. Well, they're traveling today, so she's in a minivan, or in a backseat of a pickup with Kevin and
Oh, so
Chris.
she's getting her payback then.
She's getting her payback. Yeah, that's an 11-hour drive. So she
Yeah.
11 hours out there in a pickup, and then they walked for 2 or 3 days, and then 11 hours on the way back. This time, though, they're hauling back an entire pickup and inside the cab full of rocks.
Oh
And so
boy.
you got these 2 little girls in the back
I
seat.
guess that's probably really delightful for Zoe. Have to hold on to the geodes in her lap.
Yeah, I feel like she's probably getting her paybacks.
You know what I'm gonna do, Tony?
I don't know, but I hope
I'm
you
gonna
tell
pull
me.
this loose and I am gonna do exactly what you said. I'm gonna put that little tag in underneath.
I know you didn't say it out loud, but Tony's right.
Whew, let's sign off on that
I
one.
didn't say that.
I felt you thinking it real hard.
I am gonna do that, so I'm gonna start it right now. If I can remember where I put my drill.
You like Crosstown, Ryan?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Steve over there?
Yeah.
You know what the best thing about Steve is?
What's the best thing about Steve?
His last name. You know what his last name is?
I don't.
I bet you could make a guess at it if you don't mind.
Williams? Is it
It
Williams?
sure is. Sure is.
Your long lost barbecue brother.
Yeah. He's been behind the grill longer than I have, so that's why our complexions are different.
And that place stayed open after it caught fire a couple times.
What? That's true.
So there must be something to it.
You ever eat at Pappy's
Oh yeah, dude. Get that barbecue Sunday?
on Main Street?
Yeah. Get a picture of you and a mason jar full of coleslaw and pulled pork. My favorite.
Yeah, but Danny says, clip it. Dean said, somebody should write that down. I'm sorry I didn't have that idea sooner.
I am too. I am truly sorry. That's all right, because it's gonna work.
Ooh, if you just fold your piece up, you're gonna fold your felt out?
Well, see, it's gonna go just.
That's what I mean. That way you don't have to pull it all. You can just do your felt right in there. Yeah, then
Be
screw.
right there, and that'll hold it.
Bingo, bango.
Yeah. But I got to do the other side the same way.
All right. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see down there. So when we were wrapping the felt pieces, looking at this one, on this side of it, we just took this flap out and we're going to tuck it behind the side of the neck rest in the gig box,
Yeah.
so that it'll hold it down better. All right, we'll go back to talking about the project we're doing instead of everything else.
They don't want to just listen to us talk about local barbecue joints all day?
Just normal shop conversation.
Yeah.
I feel like this whole series we've been on adventures the whole time. Talking about olive tanning. Talked about barbecue joints today. We learned about your true first job that you had that wasn't a construction worker.
Oh,
We learned about the wishy-wash.
wishy-washy.
car?
Yeah,
Wishy-wash car
wishy-washy.
wash.
That's the most important part right there.
This video's been seen in at least 4 continents live that we know of.
The wishy-washy car wash is what made me what I am today, you guys.
It taught you your
Well, didn't teach me
work-heartedness.
I didn't say it taught me anything. It made me what I am today.
I taught bullshit.
Yeah.
John got us a video clip. I'll have to watch it later. I can't hear it. Get you a second coat of glue on there.
This is the other side.
Oh, you haven't glued it up yet.
Yeah, I haven't glued it yet. There was some glue on there just from the,
Yeah. From gluing foam to it.
yeah.
Spectrum says hello with a lot of raccoons. Oops, I can't see what you're doing. Hold on. Let me adjust my view. Michael Seeger checking in. Spectrum says I didn't notice one raccoon. I needed all the raccoons to say hello. That's also true. I do see the one up there now. Also, when I was busy talking and not paying attention to the chats. Apologies. And all let's talk about food. Even more. Well, we're glad that you're feeling better, Spectrum. They hadn't been interested in making anything because they weren't feeling well.
But he's feeling better now, huh? Spectrum,
Him or her? I'm not sure.
her.
Her, I think. Call back. Let us know.
Was she?
Yeah. Then you apologize.
Huh?
I said you apologize.
I do apologize. Nothing worse than being called a he when you're a she.
Yeah, or vice versa.
Yeah.
It also isn't any fun when you're called late for dinner.
Yeah, that's the worst. Especially when you're hungry,
I'm
right?
starving. I feel like somebody's calling me late for dinner right now.
Well, after I get this on, I think we are done for the day.
Well, that's good news for me too, because I'm gonna pack up all these cameras and tripods and take them over to the other building.
Oh yeah? Doing some video over
We're gonna
there?
do a live shopping over there tomorrow.
Oh boy.
I found 2 skids 11. And I told Rusty I'm gonna sell through 2 skids. We're gonna try to sell through 2 skids. Right off the skid, we're gonna pick it off the thing. We'll see it for the first time, throw it on the table, and put a price on it. What do you think about that?
I think
I mean, I'd do some pretty crazy stuff.
that's just a delightful idea. is
You wanna
what I
come with
think.
me?
I'm gonna be busy, thank you. But I appreciate the invitation.
Appreciate the offer. Spectrum's birthday on Friday. What should I treat myself to? Live shopping tomorrow? That's what you should treat yourself to?
Much better.
There's live shopping. There'll be a live shopping every week unless we post that there's not one. We'll go with that. There's more often. I think we're about. When people run out of money, we don't live stream. Nobody's buying anything, then it gets hard to set up the table and help you guys save your money a little bit, and then take it all, put it to leather the next week. But yes, tomorrow I'm probably going to start about 9 a.m. Central, unless I start earlier, and we'll just talk and we'll do a little tour of the Grant building over there, since I found a way to connect my phone.
Okay. What do you think?
Spectrum says they haven't used the first leather that they bought from us. I think you want to put that piece on there.
Okay.
Tacky.
If you think.
Yeah, I've thought about it. Blake says the order from last week gets delivered today. Michael says if his hobby horse purse backpack sells today, then he'll have money for the live tomorrow. Oh no, if you haven't used it, that's up to you. That means that you just need to buy more. You probably are just missing a piece of leather, Spectrum, to get you super motivated for the project that you have going on. So you should probably get something so you know exactly, you have all the pieces you could possibly have for your project. Don't sell yourself short on not having the leather that you need. Don't you think?
Yes, I do. Sometimes I think.
Yeah.
Not always well, but I think.
Look at it holding that down there.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd do without me.
I don't either. I'd just be a permanent set of mistakes.
Permanent set of mistakes. Don't be so hard on yourself. Oh, she doesn't have what she needs for her cowgirl hat. I think most of the leather we're going to be selling tomorrow is going to be around 4 to 6 ounces, though. I got to go over there when I start putting the cameras over there. I need to put a gauge on it.
You gonna eat lunch first?
That's probably a better idea. I'm good you're around to,
I'd say it's gonna happen.
yeah. Like old Winnie the Pooh says, there's a rumbly in my tumbly. No Pony Express. Pony Express was an extreme odd lot. In our case, the old reach around. Patting it on the back. That's all I've had this morning was coffee. We're still morning here, but just barely.
All right. We can see here that we're about to completion. Let's see what the guitar looks like inside of it.
So what we did really today was we did this liner in there, and then we did the side liners, but we left a little spot for where your neck strap, not your neck strap, the guitar strap goes,
The strap pin.
where your pin slides down in there.
Oh, snug fit. Good. Hey, that's gonna be good.
At least for that guitar. I think at lunch too, I'm gonna run home and get that Alvarez, and we can slide that in there and see how
Okay.
Isabella's guitar case looks with her guitar in it.
Okay. All right. There we go, folks. Getting close.
Shut that lid again. We can't see you.
It needs a little training.
Yeah. What happened there?
Nothing.
It just wouldn't
needs,
go.
needs some training after it's got its new digs in there.
That's got a guitar in there that's pushing just a little bit. You know what though? That place where it was, this little spot there came out a little bit more.
Mhm.
It covers it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
How's it carry?
It's still not a lightweight.
Yeah. Just put that hammer anywhere.
I like the floor.
Yeah.
That's a good. It won't be hard to find there.
Next, we need to make a leather case for alto sax.
Is that William?
No, it's Michael Seeger. He wanted one for a clarinet. I tell you what, if they got Kenny G to come visit us, we would make an alto sax case.
Yeah.
If Kenny G came to visit us, you get him to walk
We
in the
would.
door on a live video, and we'll make him a fully tooled
There you go.
alto sax case.
Okay.
How about that, Michael Seeger?
If if George Strait would come, I would give him this guitar case.
I got
But
his
he
phone
would
number.
have. Well, tell him to come on down if he wants a nice case.
Anybody from Texas know George Strait? Speaking of X's in Texas, we done talked about that today.
We done did.
George Strait makes it back around to this one.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say? You think we'll get done on Friday then?
Yes, we will be finished
We will be
Friday.
finished on Friday.
I will probably do a little bit of stuff off camera
Okay.
tomorrow.
And then I got an idea, and I think we're gonna tag on to Don Gonzalez's video that he did
Oh,
about the glue.
cement.
Because he did what he had in the shop, but
Yeah.
he didn't do everything, and I think that would be a good one
Yeah.
for us to get in and
Well,
do that other glue that he doesn't use it.
Yeah.
We have the supplies on the shelf, so I think we can plan that
and
out.
I think we're going to be doing a rifle sling pretty soon too.
A rifle.
I think that's what Liz had thought about.
Yeah. I think we're
Yeah.
done. I think we're done crafting videos for a while.
Yeah.
We need to educate people on the supplies they need to be using,
Okay.
and then we can get to the rifle sling. We could probably do the rifle sling too, because you know what it's about time for?
Yeah.
Rifle season for deer hunting.
That's right.
It usually happens right around my birthday. November 13th, if anybody wants to send me any gifts.
Wants to send anything,
1463 South Glenstone.
I'm going to be gone to Texas.
Attention lefty. November 13th. Don't forget it. You're not going to send me. You should send me a postcard.
I should.
While you're on the
I'll
road?
send you one from Big Bend, Texas. Maybe from Big Bend Saddlery in Alpine, Texas. How'd that be?
I'll be all right with that.
That's a cool place.
I won't reply to you to that same address because I figure you won't be there by the time.
You're right.
So I'll just it'll be sitting on your desk.
We make like 15-minute stops everywhere.
All right, say bye, Denny.
Bye,
Don't
Denny.
forget that part. We're still live.
See you guys Friday.
Don't forget about the people out
Well,
there.
see you Friday for the finale on the guitar
The
case.
finale. Dang. Oh, Kevin will be back.
He will be.
Yeah. We need him. I need him to bring his guitar in. So we can put his guitar in it. He can open it up and play us a little ditty for the finale of the finales. Don't you think that'll work out?
That'd be good. Yeah.
All right. See you guys.